Hi, my name is Bill and I'm a radio control enthusiast, hobbyist and reviewer, and I share videos, reviews, advice, modifications and tips. Thank you for joining me for this review of this Tomzon D25 mini drone. Now this is a foldable FPV quadcopter with a 4K camera. Comes packaged in this box, and if I open it, also comes in a case. Little carry handle here, which is good. Not a hard shell, but not very soft either. A zipper. And if I open it, packed in soft foam for protection. And this is the foldable Tomzon D25. Here we can see the 4K camera. Now I'm not 100% sure if this takes 4K photos only or also 4K video. But there's no SD card, so it'll have to record onto a mobile phone or tablet. And this is manually adjustable downwards to, well, not exactly a 90-degree angle, and slightly upwards at that angle. But the battery over here, it just slots in there. Power button on the top here to turn it on and to turn it off. Feels very light. We'll have a look at what the weight is like. Get the radio control transmitter. Unusual design. Suppose if I put my fingers in there, that feels okay, but can I get down here? Not too easily. Joysticks are both spring-loaded. Not very loose, but good for control. Clamp to put up, to put in a mobile phone, to fly FPV and to use the app. This comes with 2 batteries, so you get a spare battery. And this comes with a 1100 mAh 1-cell LiPo battery. And this should be good for a flying time of 12 minutes. So having 2 batteries, we should get about 24 minutes flying time. Nice little pouch in the top here as well. So we get the D25 user manual, instructions for the app, and here the barcodes for iOS and Android to scan to download the app. And the app is called Tomzon T. And we get this USB cable with this little plug here. It pushes onto the battery here. Plug this into USB to charge it up. A red light comes on when it's charging on the adapter here, and then goes off when it's finished charging. You also get 2 spare propellers, star Phillips screwdriver, and 2 little feet or landing stands. And we also get prop guards. So this is also good for indoor flying, and it's always good to have prop guards if you want to fly this indoors. Let's just have a look at the weight while it's still folded. So with the battery in, this only weighs 114 grams. And to fold it out, just fold these arms out there and here like this. And these hold and lock nicely and securely, which is good. Then if you want to use these little stands, they just plug into the two front feet under here. You don't really have to use them, but it just depends on what type of surface you're taking off from. And then it does sort of raise the front up. But this should have a gyroscope, so if you're going to actually calibrate the gyro, it should be on a level surface. So it is probably best to leave it, or make sure you calibrate the gyro first on a level surface. And to calibrate the gyro, you could actually pull both sticks down and to the right, and you'll see the lights will just flash to calibrate the gyro. The instruction manual says this is actually to start it, but it's not. To start it, you just have to push the throttle up and release it, and the motors start. And obviously the more you push the throttle up, the more it'll take off. I also saw if you pull both sticks down and inwards, this should calibrate the gyro as well. A nice little shape and design, should be quite durable. It's quite a hard plastic, but because it's so light, it shouldn't really get damaged easily. So that should be good there. Now the 4K camera should also have gesture photography. So if you want to take a photo, show a V for victory sign, take a video, put your palm out in front of it and take a video. We'll have to see how that works. A lot of the time it doesn't really work that well, and it also depends on the lighting conditions. If you want to fly indoors and with the prop guards have got two lugs there and a lug here, and there's three holes here. This actually pushes in and clips on, and this holds quite securely and doesn't come off too easily. I'm not quite sure how well these little front legs will hold on, because they do seem to pull off quite easily. And under here we've also got an optical flow sensor, and this helps with altitude hold and positioning. So got a barometer for altitude hold, but if you do it over a surface that isn't smooth like water, or a very smooth surface like this, over a carpet, it should be able to use the optical flow sensor to hold position, because this doesn't have GPS. Now the Wi-Fi on the camera, it doesn't say it has to be 5G compatible, so I'm going to assume it's good with any phone. If it is only 5G, I will let you know. But as far as I'm aware, there's nothing that says that otherwise. This should connect to any wireless capable phone or device. When we power it on, we press the power button here. Comes on, starts flashing. Got the headlights in the front, and we've got lights on at the back here. And to power it off, just press and hold, and it powers off. And if you look at the radio controller, this takes 3 AA batteries that you have to provide yourself to put in here. And they clip that back on there. Lift the cradle. Here we've got the main on-off button, so just press it and it's powered on. And then when the aircraft is powered on too, you actually have to press the joystick up and down to bind. So now you can see it's gone solid, although the aircraft is not on at the moment. This is just for side trim tuning. It's good to see that these things are labeled. Yeah, a single press to start recording video. Yeah, a single press to take a photo. Is a short press for 1 key takeoff and 1 key land, and a long press for emergency stop. So one's got to be very careful you don't accidentally long press here, because it'll stop in mid-air or wherever it is and fall to the ground. So not really good having an emergency stop button combined with something like this. Then if you press on the right hand side here is headless mode, and a short press again takes it out of headless mode, and a long press on the right here is 1 key return. So one does have to be careful long pressing this over here. Then to do 3D flips and rolls, press down on the right joystick here and then choose whether you want to flip or roll. And you can do flips and rolls like that. So if I power this on here now, bind. Okay. Because I pressed the control stick up earlier and down, it's not binding, so I'm going to turn the radio controller off. And to do that, then the first thing I'm going to bind first, so up and down, and then to calibrate, pull down and inwards, lights flash, or if I do it like this, I can do it like that too. Then start up the motors, just press here, starts up, and just pull down to stop again. So let's just try that again. Start, down and down to stop. Now this doesn't tell you what the range on this should be. It should be about 150 meters, and if it does go out of range, let's see if it's got a fail safe and what will happen. So I'm going to start it up. I'm going to turn off the radio controller. 1001, 1002, 1003. So after about 3 seconds, if it goes out of range, it looks as though it will power down and drop wherever it is. I'm just going to turn this off. And power this off. And then this also has 2 speeds, so if you want to change speeds, you press down on the left joystick. So press down, it should by default be in low speed, press down for a high speed, and press down again to put it back into low speed. The user manual, very small writing, difficult to read, very basic, and then not really correct with telling you how to use takeoff, and doesn't tell you how to calibrate the gyro, how to fly, and some troubleshooting tables, and then the app as I mentioned earlier. And this is it here, Tomzon D25. So I press here. This is the menu that comes up. So you can press calibrate once it's powered on. So let me just power it on. Well, we'll need to connect it up first in any case. And then start. We go into settings here. You can choose left-hand mode or right-hand mode. You can do a firmware update if there's a firmware update. And then anti-shake for the camera, you can put off or on. So it has got electronic image stabilization. There. Let's just see if the help there, if we press specification, gives you software instructions, operating interface, installation. So basically the same details as this little manual gives you on how to use the app. But we'll see more about the app when we do it in the flight. And then to connect to Wi-Fi, I'll put a link to this video. In the description, and it'll give you a better idea on how you connect the camera to Wi-Fi. But basically you power it on, then the Wi-Fi camera sends out a wireless SSID, which should say Tomzon or something to that effect. It also says that the app should have waypoint navigation, so we'll see if it does and how that works, although there's not much detail on that. Let me charge it up and we'll do a little test flights indoors and also see how it flies outdoors. Okay, just going to try this indoors. Okay, so holding quite steady. We're in a narrow space here, so the wind is pushing it a little bit from the sides, but otherwise holding very nice and steady for indoors. Very good. I'm actually quite impressed with this for indoors. Let's press the 1 key land. I'm going to come down and land. Okay, here I'm connected, all ready to go. So I'm going to start motors. Press the 1 key takeoff. Okay, takes off, goes forward. Holding altitude here, got a bit of wind behind. Now the wind is not too bad, we've got about 4 to 5 miles per hour. Holding steady, wanting to go forward. Okay, just going to try and take a photo using the radio controller. That's starting video. Stop video again with the radio controller. Try and take a photo. Okay, take a photo there. Take a photo there. Take a photo here. Take a photo there. Take a photo there. Now I'm going to press to start recording video, and that's video recording. Take it up. Just letting see my screen here. Do a pan here for video. More forward there. Pan there. And there. And there. And there. Back towards me. It's still in the low speed. All responding okay. Okay, put it in the higher speed. Okay, and it does respond a lot better in the higher speed. Down a bit again. Bring it here in front of me, down, and closer to me. Okay, I'm going to stop recording video. See if this hand gesture photography works. Right, I'll give it a hand. Try and get closer. No, that doesn't seem to be responding that well. Get in a little bit lower. Try it again. No. Okay. Okay, we're in the high speed. I'm going to try and do a flip or a roll. So I'll try a roll first. Press down on the right stick here. Okay, nice. Roll. Bring it back this way. Gone into another mode there. Forward roll. Nice tight forward roll. This is great. We'll do a back roll. Try a back roll. Oh yeah, back roll. Do an opposite side roll. Video again. And there, so flips and rolls works very well. Nicely into the sun a bit there. I'm going to try the headless mode, so I'm going to turn it facing that way, put it into headless mode. And then press to go forward, press to come back, to go sideways, go there. I can't say that the orientation's good. I'm going to take it out of headless mode again, put it back into normal. Yeah, normal mode. I'm going to turn it to the left again. Put it into headless mode. Go forward. No, it goes off at an angle and it should actually be going straight, and then it comes back this way. So the orientation for headless mode is not good. Take it out of headless mode again. There, turn, forward, going well. Light's still solid on the back, so it looks as though battery's still okay. I don't know if we're going to get a low battery warning when it starts getting lower. Let's double check, we're recording video. We still are. Put video on again. Just see how it maneuvers. I won't try the waypoint navigation until we've got the other one. Then this has also got this wonky return. I'm going to try it. It normally doesn't work. So there, I'm going to give a long press to go wonky return. Take it further away. It does want to come back, but again in the wrong direction. Take it out of wonky return. So you've got to be careful with this wonky return. You've got to know which direction that it's going to come back in. It doesn't come back to the radio controller. Really goes well in the fast speed. Smooth, agile. Getting quite a good flight time now. I'm not sure how many minutes. I'll time it on the next battery. Great for outdoors, very stable indoors. Just get out of the sun on the camera here. Orientation's okay, can see the little front right headlights quite easily, and the red lights on the back. I'm impressed with how well this goes. Doesn't respond that quickly, so if you want to go into turn, it takes a very slow turn. We'll put it back into the low speed. No, that doesn't seem to be back in the low speed. There was 2 beeps. Right, this is low speed again. Turns a little bit sharper in the low speed because it hasn't got that much momentum, but still not that well. Back in the high speed, sorry about the sunlight there. See how long it's going to go. Still recording video. How much battery time we're going to get. Okay, backlights are flashing, so it means battery's going to getting low. So I just want to see what it's going to do now when the battery does start getting low. I know the backlights are still solid. Alright, go a little bit more. Fly with one hand quite easily if you want. You've got to turn with the left stick. Still got solid lights on the back. Back here. Takes a while for it to slow down and try and get stationary. Back, doing its own thing here now. Front lights are flashing. And the back lights are flashing. Don't know if you can see it in the sunlight. It's a sign for low battery. Still staying in the air. Okay, that's low battery. So it'll start descending and want to slow down when the battery gets low. Okay, ready to go again with the second battery. And I'm going to time the flight now with video running throughout so we can see what the minimum flying time will be. Press 1 key, takeoff. Taking off. Press to start video. Back. Yeah. I can't see that video is recording at the moment. push it on here. So you just have a look here. Get out of the app and back in. Okay, video's recording, just making sure. Start the clock about a minute late, so we'll add a minute on at the end. Holding steady. Take it up. Go into the menu. Have a look at waypoint navigation. Now, yeah, not coming up with a map. Let me just put a trajectory in. Let me go out of this again. Waypoint navigation. Oh, now I've got a map here. I'm going to click flight. Okay, although you can see lines and drawings, just don't know how to get it to go. Can't enlarge this. No, can't seem to get this waypoint navigation to work. Anyway, it's not particularly a function I'd like on a light craft like this, with brushed motors in any case. I'm going to put it into the high speed. Bring it down a bit again. I'm going to take it about 150 meters away from me and see if we have any issue with distance. We're getting quite small now, but it's still okay. Going further, and now it's landing. I know, let me take it up again. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to stop the clock. Let's have a look. Okay, so it seemed to have lost range at about 65 meters. Let's see if I can start it up again. Yes, there we go. Still says video recording. Go back here. Oh, let me just start the clock again. I got started, which is fine. A little flip while we're walking. A roll while we're walking. Let's see if headless mode is going to be any different now if I try headless mode. Ah, okay, headless mode is better now. It's going in the right direction that it should. Yeah. Okay, so a little bit erratic, but headless mode works okay there then. Video seems to be stuck on 103. I'm going to stop it. Start it again. Actual fact, the app is what's stuck. So when it went out of range, probably froze. I'm going to go out of the app, and back into the app again. Okay, because it went out of range, I'm going to disconnect from Wi-Fi and connect again while we're in the air. Renew lease. Out. Back into the app. Start. Okay, got the app unfrozen again. And to carry on recording video. And fly around, see how much time we can get. Still got solid lights on the back. Take it up a bit higher. Let's go at quite a speed in the top speed. Turn it there. Back here. See if it'll hold steady with the optical flow over grass. Holding nice and steady. A little roll, bring it backwards. Doesn't come backwards very quickly, it goes a lot faster forwards. I'll bring it around and back this way. Forward roll or flip. There are people coming in close despite warnings to say that this has got a camera and please stay away. But it's their choice if they want to and they don't mind. Okay, got flashing lights on the front, flashing lights on the back. Low battery warning at nearly 11 minutes. Let's see how long the battery is going to last. Still recording video. I'm going to stop the video now to save the video in case it powers down and loses the video. The app's frozen again, which is not so good, but we should still be recording video. Stop it on the app, stopping. Still got flashing lights. Now it's descending. Stop the clock. Oops. So nearly 12 minutes flying time. So this flies really nicely, even in about a 4 mile per hour wind. Stable indoors, as you've seen. Flies nicely outdoors. Good flying time of, I'd say, 12 minutes on the batteries, which is great for the size battery and the size of the craft. Nice 3D flips and rolls. Headless mode, bit erratic, but works. The one key return works if you want to use it, which is fine. The only thing is I couldn't get the waypoint navigation to work with the app. But personally, that doesn't bother me with the, as I said, with the drone this size and this small with brushless motors. So this would be very good for using indoors, relatively harmless to people if they are around. And outdoors, haven't got a big range, like I say, about 65 meters only, but because of the size, you want to keep it fairly close by in any case. So we'll go and see what the camera pictures came out like and the video, and at what resolution we got the video and at what resolution we got the pictures. And I'll wrap this up on the bench. So this does take still pictures in 4K, and here are the pictures that I took. But it only takes video at 1080p. And unfortunately, if you noticed in the first flight, the FPV lag was very bad. But this is all I got for video recording, which should be longer than 10 minutes. So very bad drop of frames and very erratic video. I used an iPhone 8 Plus, which should be fine for this. So I don't know if the camera's defective or whether it's because of iOS. It might work better on an Android phone. But after all of this, this is very disappointing. So please subscribe, like, comment and share if you like my videos.